The death of a remarkable 17-year-old bonds 3 Washington families together forever.
The worst day of your life is the best day of their life.
Good evening, and thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Dave Erickson. 7 months ago, life stopped for a 17-year-old high school football player from Spokane. Valley
Christian senior Drew Swank took a blow to the head during a game and never woke up. But because he died, several other people got a second chance at life. KXLY4 Sally Showman is here with this incredible story.
And it is an incredible story. Drew Swank had a huge heart. When he would tackle kids on the football field, he wouldn't only pick them back up, he would pat them on the back when they got back up. And on Valentine's Day, his freshman year, he gave every girl in his class a rose so that no one felt left out. But Drew didn't stop giving when he died. In death, he gave the ultimate gift to others. Nearly 7 months have passed, but inside Drew Swank's bedroom, time stands still.
We lived here from the time he was 2.
Drew's junior year yearbook and his Algebra 2 text sit on his desk.
We were lucky to get him through the schoolwork.
One of the last cans of soda he drank still sits on his nightstand. In the corner, Drew's snowboard is propped against the wall next to the only new addition to Drew's room since September, a framed jersey, just like the one he was wearing the night he took the hit that ended his life.
It's really a hard hit.
He just said, "My head hurts." And his dad was trying to take his helmet off. He said, "Dad, don't take my helmet off. I'm going to throw up." And then that was it. He collapsed. They tried everything they could, but they couldn't.
Following emergency surgery, Drew Swank died yesterday.
A high school football player from Spokane has died after
Drew's story touched our community and beyond. News hard for any parent to hear, even 400 miles away in Port Angeles.
I couldn't quit reading this story. I couldn't quit looking at his picture. I really just looked over that story and thought, you know, I've got a son just about the same age.
The parents who were living it had to immediately put aside their grief. Theirs was a huge decision to make.
Dr. Yeoman said that Drew is like a rock star from here down.
The entire family knew Drew would want his organs passed on, a way to leave fingerprints of his soul on others.
Go. Go.
He was kind of like me. Played in the dirt a lot and stuff. Just a sweet boy.
First baseman Austin Fletcher is playing baseball for the first time in his life.
A year ago, I used to get these bad cramps in my legs and my hands. And
he battled a liver disease for years and spent 2 years on the liver transplant wait list. Drew was Austin's perfect match.
It means life. I got a second chance at life.
That second chance came from a boy familiar to Austin's mom, Therese. She was reading that news article about Drew at the same moment when the call came that a liver was available for Austin.
It was almost like he came to me that night and just made himself present. It was a strange feeling.
Austin will wear number 15 on the baseball field this year, a tribute to the number 15 who saved his life.
Sometimes I say, you know, I think our kids, Austin and Drew, probably knew each other in heaven, and Drew said, you know, I got your back, Austin. And he did. He really came through for him.
Part of Drew is now home in a town with a name that means Port of the Angels. Austin's mom shows her son's angel's face to the world.
I wanted to be able to say thank you.
The Fletchers and the Swanks are family now with a bond that goes beyond DNA.
Austin is just warms our heart, lifts our spirits to see how he's doing. We get little updates.
Although they've never met, the Swanks have introduced their son to the Fletchers through emails, calls, and a homemade videotape.
I've heard lots of stories. My favorite story that I heard of him is on Valentine's Day, he bought all the girls in his classroom flowers so nobody would feel left out.
One man knows more about Drew's heart than anyone.
I'd like to meet his family someday so they have a chance to feel my chest and feel his heartbeat in my chest and know that he's still alive in me.
Drew saved Lee Blumenthal's life too.
I would have died.
Before the transplant, a mechanical heart was keeping him alive.
I knew that it was coming to an end.
I just knew it was coming close to him not being here.
A year ago, I couldn't even get off the couch. I mean, walking the door was exhausting. Today, I can run and jump and play with my kids.
Lee has 3 sons, ages 21, 19, and his youngest is a few months older than Drew.
I keep breaking them that I got a younger heart than they do.
Several times every day, Lee stops to think about the boy who brought him back to life and gave his sons a father.
I talk to him in prayer. I tell him I love him and thank you for the heart.
On Drew's behalf, Lee and Austin, his parents say, you're very welcome.
We're thankful. We're so happy for them. Very, very happy that God, that God could use our son to help them and prolong their lives and give them a better quality of life. The worst day of your life is the best day of their life. And it's true, but we're happy and we're thankful that our son could help them.
To Patty and Dawn, Drew will always be a teenager.
Drew's time was 17 years and 5 months.
Frozen in time. He lived here for most of his life, but only now he's home.
I know that's where my son is. He's home. And we're going to be home with him someday, too.
Eight people total received Drew's organs. Austin and Lee are the only ones to contact the Swanks so far. They have both been able to cut the amount of anti-rejection drugs in half since their transplants. They're all doing, or both of them are doing incredibly well. The Swanks hope to meet them sometime, probably this summer.
What a great story. And this really needs to spark conversation, and I hope it does for families, about organ donation. And the Swanks were pretty open about that, right?
Well, it's a crazy story, Robin. In fact, Drew had just brought up randomly organ donation with his mother on the drive to school 5 months before he passed away. And so she knew without a doubt it's what he would have wanted.
Unbelievable.